Hi everyone, Chris Kaler here again. Let's talk about consciousness, okay? We're all conscious on certain levels. Another word for conscious is awareness. What are we conscious of? What are we aware of? When I work within somebody's aura, somebody's body, I look within their consciousness. So I can ask questions like, where is a certain consciousness? Now, when we talk about consciousness, we all know we have consciousness. Or if somebody's unconscious, they're not here. Okay, they're in a coma, whatever. They're unconscious. They're unaware of what's going on, or are they? Okay, in certain aspects. There's also the subconscious, which is we're not really thinking about it, but it's there. And sometimes all of a sudden we get a thought out of our subconscious, and that's what basically explains that. There's other conscious bodies that you have to be aware of. One of them is Satan's consciousness is all within us. Okay, God is within us. Satan is within us. Everybody has got some kind of satanic attachment. There's good, there's bad, there's light, there's dark, there's God, there's Satan. Okay, it's just part of life that we have to live with right now. So I can work within there to do clearings to help in a lot of different ways. If somebody is very negative, dark-minded, I may have to work within that satanic consciousness to clear it out, to help things through. There's also physical consciousness that we need to work with. If somebody's got a weight problem, if somebody's got some kind of problem with the way they look, or they're not happy, we may have to work within there to clear things out. There is also physical consciousness. There is Christ consciousness. Are you conscious of Christ? Okay, doesn't mean you have to start going to church every Sunday and praying all the time. Praying's a good thing, but it's a consciousness that we have. Now, also in certain problems where somebody may have some kind of psychological thing going on, that consciousness that we have may be within another dimension. Okay, doesn't mean it's like way off in space somewhere. That means it's just in an altered state of consciousness within another dimension. If it's in the first or second dimension, those are all lower vibrational dimensions. First dimension basically is hell. Second dimension, one step from that. Third dimension is where we all are. We want to be in a third dimension consciousness. Ultimately, we want to be in a fifth dimension consciousness. Talk about that in a second. So if you're in a consciousness is in a first or second dimension, you're going to have a lot of negative things going on within your thought patterns and that type of thing. Okay. Fifth dimension consciousness. Now that's the new consciousness, and you've seen this in some of my other videos. That's a new consciousness that's coming in, and I am basically there for the most part. I think the last door needs to be open yet. And what that means is I'm more aware of what's going on with people's health problems, what can be causing them, and on a daily basis, when I use my pendulum, my guides are expanding my consciousness with me, and they're finding a lot of this stuff. Okay, so I can ask my pendulum more things, and it's going to tell me more answers. It's going to get me closer to a lot of severe health problems like MS, cerebral palsy, psychological things, and that type of thing. So when we talk about consciousness, you have to be aware of consciousness. Okay, it's kind of a play on words, but that's the way it is. So if you want to expand your consciousness, a good way to do it is to clear it out. What's in there gumming up the works? What's causing your consciousness to stay low when you want your consciousness to expand? So if this resonates with you, if you want to ask me some more questions about consciousness and awareness, send me an email. Have a look at my website. Have a look at my other videos. And if these resonate with you, give me a call. Very easy to get a hold of. Website is chriskaler.net. My email address is ckeHlar100@shaw.ca. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your comments, hear your questions. If you ask a question, I'm not going to charge you. I only charge $55 a session if you want to do an hour with me. No problem. This is Chris Kaler. Everybody have a good day and stay aware.